Hey there folks, and welcome to the lab. Today we're going to have a quick video on how to use a balance, aka a scale, in order to measure mass. You can see here at the end of the bench we have our station with our balances for weighing stuff, and we've got two different balances here, and everything is kept really nice and clean. That's super important. Also, we've got a container here of clean scupulas if we're scooping powders. We've got some paper towel for cleaning up messes. Let's weigh something. All right, I've got a couple of solid objects I'm going to weigh first. I'm going to look at what's the mass of this Sharpie marker, what's the mass of this paper clip. I just picked some random objects for this demonstration. The one control you need to use on any balance, there's a lot of buttons here. The one that's important is the tare button. And I can see that right here this says tare, and then underneath that it says 0. It's kind of the same thing. When I push this button, the mass reading becomes 0. And I have to make sure that that's the case before I weigh something. So now when I add this to the top of the platform, I get 0.95, and there's a little G here for grams. So this paper clip weighs 0.95 grams. I would want to write that down in my laboratory notebook before I take the paper clip off so that I don't forget what those digits are. Not every balance is created equal. For example, this one may look older and crummier, but notice that it has one extra digit. This goes to the 0.000 mark. So if I wanted one more sig fig on the mass of a paper clip, I could put that paper clip on this balance and I get 0.959 grams. So I get one extra sig fig from this balance. And I can also weigh, before I weigh this marker, I want to double check that my tare is still 0, which it is. Awesome, great. And I can also see that my marker has a mass of 8.70 grams. Excellent, good to go. Now I'd like to weigh out about a half a gram of this compound here, calcium carbonate. This is a common mineral. It's what chalk is made out of, for example. And you can see that it comes, like a lot of chemicals, as a white powder. And so I'm going to need a tray to weigh this into. I have here a weighing boat, which I can place on the balance. And then of course I need to tare it with the tray in place because I don't want to know the mass of the tray. I want to know how much calcium carbonate I'm putting into the tray. So I have to tare it with the container on the balance. And it's very important for me to have my notebook with me as I'm doing this. So you can see here I've started my notes with I'd like to weigh out about 0.5 grams of calcium carbonate. The amount that I actually get, though, is going to be more specific than that. And so I've left a space here for me to record the mass that I actually get on the balance. It's not practical to always try to get 0.500 grams of calcium carbonate. I might get a little bit more, a little bit less. It's fine as long as I actually know how much I got here. Okay, so I've got my weighing boat tared here at 0 grams. I've got my solid. I took the cap off. I'm using a scupula to scoop out this solid. This is a fun tool we have in chemistry with a fun name, scupula. I don't know how much 0.5 grams looks like, so I'm going to make a guess and just get a little bit. Oh, that was too little bit, too small of an amount. I guess I need bigger amount than that. I'm scooping from the bottom here. It's hard to grab some while filming myself. I got 0.1 grams. So I need a lot more than that. How's this? 0.69 is maybe a little too much. Grab some of that. 0.59. There we go. 0.53. That's close enough to 0.5. I feel good about that based on my experiments. So now I'm going to write that in my notebook and use this solid. So now I have a couple of very important required final steps. I'm going to take this back to my lab bench where I'm working. I need to put the cap back onto the calcium carbonate and put that back where I found it. And I need to clean my scupula. My scupula was dirty. I'm going to wipe it off. And I don't think I spilled anything on the balance, but I'm just going to wipe that down as well. And this is garbage. Scupula is clean now, so I can put it back into the clean scupula container, and I'm good to go. Another important thing to note is that while this balance has been tared from this weighing boat, if I put another weighing boat on here, each of them is going to weigh slightly different. You notice it doesn't come down to 0. This weighing boat is actually 0.09 grams heavier than the previous one. And so every time you use the balance, you need to re-tare it. You can't use the tare from the last weighing boat. That's it. I hope you're as excited as I am to start weighing stuff in the lab. Woo!